Greetings from QEP land, the land of no recommendations. I would like to start off by congratulating all of you for being a SACS COC ninja. If you're watching this video, it's because you have made it to the end of the first semester of QEP lessons and it's time for the assessment. So this is the overview video of Module 6, which is the assessment for Semester 1 lessons that we've been doing. We will be measuring our nonverbal listening abilities of our students and the nonverbal speaking abilities. We've done a series of lessons in the classroom, and now it's time to see how well we did. We're going to see how well our students have retained and are now able to demonstrate good nonverbal behaviors associated with active listening and good nonverbal behaviors associated with good and effective speaking. Now, the people that will be involved are the career program instructors, which will take the lead in this lesson, in this assessment. The students, of course, and the public speaking instructors who will serve as the evaluators. They will be evaluating the students on the rubrics that we've been using for the past semester. So, let's get started. There will be two activities in this lesson. The first one, well, it's going to look a whole lot like Module 1, where we came into the classroom and worked together for the first time, and we had the students listen to a lecture that the career program instructors gave on attendance. And as they listened, the public speaking instructors watched and observed the nonverbal behaviors associated with good active listening in your students. This time, though, it's for real. This time, we're going to be taking those scores on the rubrics and we're going to be using those to evaluate how well we did in the QEP. So, this module is very, very important. So, here's what the activity will look like. If you remember back in Module 1, you guys, the career program instructors, had a little mini lecture on attendance. You talked about the expectations for attendance and promptness. Well, this time, your mini lecture will still be on attendance and promptness. But this time it's going to be a little bit different. And I've written that lecture and I've put it in the QEP resource course, and I have done an example video of me delivering that mini lecture so that you can study it and you can get really good at it because, hey, the more dynamic that you are in this mini lecture, the better your students are going to do. So I encourage you to really study the written lecture and watch the video and know it well enough to be able to make it your own and be really dynamic and be really prepared. So this lecture will be on what we're going to do with attendance and promptness going forward. And that'll be detailed in the written mini lecture that I've given you on Canvas. So while you're giving this 5 to 8 minute mini lecture, your students will be paying attention, hopefully exhibiting great eye contact, facial expressions, posture, body language, mitigating all distractions, all those things that make them a good listener. And the public speaking instructor will be recording how your students are doing. Now, at the end of that mini lecture, we will move on to Activity 2. And Activity 2 will be our opportunity to gauge how well the students are doing with nonverbal behaviors associated with effective speaking. Those same nonverbals that we've been teaching this semester. Good eye contact, facial expression, gestures, body language, posture, and even the way that they dress. So, at the beginning of the semester, if you remember, we had them get up and give a 1-minute talk on why they were in the program. Well, this time, they're going to have a different prompt, but it will work very much the same way. The student will be instructed to stand up in front of the class, say their name, first name and last name. That's very important for the people that are evaluating them on the rubric. This time their prompt, however, will be about something that they learned during the semester that had nothing to do with their career program. For example, they're going to talk about something that they learned this semester that had nothing to do with welding or nothing to do with cosmetology or automotive technology. They will get a handout that will have the brainstorm prompts on there for them. It'll say something I learned this semester that had nothing to do with my career program. They will be asked to talk about what they learned, who was responsible for helping them to learn that, and how they are going to be able to use what they learned in their future careers. So they'll talk about something that they learned this semester that had nothing to do with their career program, who helped them to learn it, and how they will use that in their future careers. Now, it really doesn't matter what they say. Hopefully they'll talk about soft skills or essential skills, things they learned in the QEP, but who knows what they will say. It really doesn't matter, because all we are doing, the public speaking instructors, all we are doing is evaluating their nonverbals while they are talking. All of those nonverbals that are associated with good and effective speaking. So, activity 1, you are giving a mini lecture, and your students are listening, and the public speaking instructors are evaluating. In activity 2, the students are speaking, and the public speaking instructors are evaluating. Easy enough, right? We will be using the rubrics, and those rubrics, a copy of those rubrics are provided within the QEP instructor resource course. So, what do you have to look forward to in this module? Well, in this module, you're going to find the lesson plans. You are going to find the written lecture, the mini lecture on attendance and promptness. You are going to find the handout for the students for their speaking prompt. You're going to have every single thing that you need within this module. And at the end of the module, there will be a quiz. And if you could take that quiz and make a 5 out of 5, you will get another hour of EDP credit. So, we made it to the end of the semester. Thank you guys for your role in us getting no recommendation. You are indeed SACS COC ninjas, and now it's time to prove that our students learned something. Let's be really dynamic. Let's be really prepared for this assessment so we can see how well our students did this semester in the QEP. Thank you guys very much for everything that you've done, and I look forward to next semester.